Well, I'm recreating my latest accident with a tractor and equipment. Just make sure things recording. Make sure you guys know that it can never happen because you have so much experience. But I'm just hauling that wire there, horse wire, 2x4 inches scrap, but it's still pretty heavy. Had 2 rolls on the short forks there, this little Kabota, about all it'll handle, and another thinner wire there on top. And I just hauling along, looking around. All of a sudden I saw blue right there, my work truck, and I hit the brakes. I'm actually not as close right now as I was. And when I hit the brakes, that roll of wire rolled off, hit about there. And I just about ran over the pie. That's the pie there, because it kind of looks like a cow pie, a blue cow pie. And the forks were lower than this. They weren't horizontal, but I got it staged a little higher now. Fortunately, I had a lot of counterweight because I hit the brakes, and I would say when I hit the brakes, because I saw blue, the blue pie, I'd say the bucket was right about here. And the first thing I figured, oh, the forks, because the forks were probably down more this angle, I figured the forks probably went through the back window of the Porsche little Carrera. And this is a hard top. You take that off, you've got a soft top that pulls up. Knew this was over $78,000 20 years ago. But it's still a nice car. I'm probably about the 3rd owner. I probably got like, a little less than 15 into it, but they're actually going back up in value now. It's a 2000. It's not the most popular body style. But that wire, when I stopped, it rolled over the front of the forks and hit the back light here, the back window. You can see it's got scratches in the glass. And then it rolled off down the side, and what was a pretty good original paint job is showing primer now, it looks like. Doubt that's gonna buff out any of that junk you see on TV, but anyway, after being around equipment for over 50 years, having tractors, I've had 15 different types of tractors, and not counting dump trucks and stuff. And it can happen. You can never drop your guard. It could have been my wife walking down the driveway, and I would have stopped, and I would have got on one of those murder mysteries of who done it. That'd be pretty bad, wouldn't it? And you know it was an accident. So just don't ever drop your guard. Where my error was running that load a little high. I should have, even though it's light, I should have had it down lower where I could see over the top, or a little higher where I could see through the loader forks. But as you can see in the tractor, if you're not paying attention, you've been looking around, all of a sudden you're right on your accident waiting to happen. You're right on target. There it is. And I just seen some blue, and even at almost 72 years old, I guess my reactions are still fast enough. I nailed the brakes quickly, and I think it even raised the back end of the tractor a little bit there, but I mean, I was basically skidding, and I was probably going, 5 miles an hour, but still, in equipment, not quite like a train, but sometimes you can't stop it quite as fast as a Porsche. So anyway, that was my tractor hype for today. If you just watch out if you're working around your yard, especially if you got your kids are out and stuff, just know where they're at and instruct them on not getting around equipment. And also, my wife's always walking up behind the tractor trying to get me, hey, come on in and eat. And I told her more than once, always go out in front, make sure I see you out in front. So you can never be too careful, guys. So anyway, I got a little paint damage there, window damage, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's just an old rig to have fun with, and my second Porsche. I bought a new one when I was in the Army in 1970. Shipped it back to the States. But anyway, if you're hauling stuff around, don't forget about your cow pie that might be out in front of you there. Well, we'll sign off for now. Take care.